Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, and welcome back to the Awakening the Sleeping Beast campaign. If you guys remember correctly, in the last episode, we had to restart due to some recent updates to the way the game is played, which allows us to be a lot more aggressive and a little bit more hands-on with our approach to the game. If you guys know, we are in 1893. We're just 3 years into the campaign, and it's already been an exciting one. We're currently at war with Great Britain, the most powerful navy in the world. We have already defeated the Spanish in a very, very fast war, and we took a lot of provinces from them, which allows us to have some bases across the Atlantic here. You'll love to see it, which is going to allow us to stage and attack these guys a lot easier. Now, clearly, we have our two fleets that are up here currently, trying to entice the British into some naval engagements. Now, we currently have a $59 million monthly surplus, so we definitely got to do something about that. Let's check and see what we've got. So, politics-wise, here's where we're standing. The British have a $34 billion GDP. We have a $21 billion GDP. So we're slightly behind in that neighborhood. We also have a fleet of just 35 ships. The British have 101 ships, but we'll see if we can't do something about that. Okay? All right, so let's look at the finances. So we are currently maxed out on all of our stuff, and we still have a $59 million surplus, which is amazing. We have over $500 million, which is great. You know, so we're starting to get some monies, which is good. That'll help us later on, so we want to get this going up as quickly as we can. Research-wise, we are speeding up hull construction so that we can build our ships faster. We are speeding up rangefinders so we can hit the enemy easier. And we are speeding up small guns because we're getting close, or we're trying to get some better secondaries here. So 3 months, the small guns will be done. These we still don't know yet, and then we will be trying other things. I'm not worried about submarines. In the last attempt at this playthrough, submarines didn't even really play any role whatsoever for us. So I'm not really worried about them in their current configurations. However, everything else we are definitely going to be working on. So, let's look at our fleet. If you guys remember correctly, we have some new battleships on their way. 3 months out. Oh, God. 3 months out from the new battleships. Of course, they will have to be commissioned, which usually takes like 2 months. So we'll just say that these are about 6 months out. But once we get the new battleships, obviously, we're going to be well underway at being the most powerful navy in the world. Okay? Other than that, everything else is ready to go. We do have a lot of light cruisers that are just in being currently, which is not ideal. Let me just double check. I don't remember everything. So yeah, these guys are all in being, and they are all the defenders. So we need to probably set everybody to being in some sort of... Where are they at currently? Northwest. Okay, so these guys are on the west coast. That's where they're at. Okay, that makes sense. So the ones that are in being are just the ones that are on the west coast that aren't currently being utilized. That makes sense. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you guys. Jacob, Michael, Replays, Haas, Omni, Jonathan, 4718, Jesse, Atomic, Mr. Rex, Ignacy, Capri, Hiccup. Good to see you guys. Yeah, we are currently at war with the British. So, you know, just the most powerful navy in the world. What could go wrong? Yeah, let's just keep going here. So we're good to go. We're not doing anything this turn. Let's go ahead and pop on to the next turn. All right, that's already a hidden. Texas, this is your one warning. No self-promotion in chat. Next time becomes a ban. Okay. You have been warned. What up, Reaper? How's it going? I've never understood that whole, like, I understand why people want to self-promote, but you don't understand just how much of a douche it makes you look if the very first thing that you do when you come to a channel is type, please subscribe to me. Like, come on. Like, nobody's actually What? How? I don't want peace. Didn't we just start this war? They still have 100 ships for me to sink. Calling bullshit. I mean, that being said, we are fully capable of taking a lot of territories here. So I'm not upset, but I am upset. All right, so Gibraltar is 100% going to be a thing. I'm going to try to take these things strategically, right? Like, we want to make sure that we have some good stuff in areas. Singapore is going to be a big one. Malaya, I want some of those. And I think from there, we're just going to try to steal the Western Hemisphere. Like, everything that we're going to take. Cyprus would be another good one, actually, if we can take those. So let's grab Newfoundland. Okay. That'll be a big deal for us. There's so many good names, or good places here. I do want to take, like, the Canadian provinces if we can. I like how this one's just called New Providence. Could take South Africa. That's a big one. There's a lot of good ones. For sure. Could take India. That'd be another big one, but that's a big ticket item. Might have to save that one for a different war. Pakistan. I mean, there's so many good ones. The British have so many provinces that we could take. Golly. We could take New Zealand. It's another one. Tasmania, Zanzibar. There's so many freaking places that we... Somaliland. Like, there's so many good ones. I'm trying to think strategically, like, areas that we're going to be able to take that are going to, you know, give us more areas, like more ports in strategic areas. Does that make sense? South Africa is not really going to be one that I think would be particularly interesting to us because there's really not a whole lot down that way that we're going to be dealing with. Financially, it would be great. I don't know how their economy's doing at this time period, but eventually their economy pops off. So I think that would be something long-term to grab. And obviously India would be a great one to grab for finances. So I think we've gotten some good ones. I think we're going to go for like Bermuda, the Falklands, to try to grab the Western Hemisphere and try to do some of that if we can. Now, here's the part where my geography... A lot of these, I don't know right off the top of my head. I know Fiji. But, like, I don't know Honduras, the Caymans. Okay, we have 58 million left. Guyana be another one. Okay. Will we get all these provinces? Probably not. But if we get some of them... Okay, so we got Gibraltar, we got Newfoundland, we got the Falklands, we got Fiji, we got Honduras, we got Cayman. Like, we got a significant upgrade in our overseas ports. And we made our step to taking the Western Hemisphere completely a little bit closer. So that's good news. Johnny Cash needs to be fixed. The people of Scotland take arms and are trying to gain control of Scotland that is currently occupied by the British Empire. I like it. The Scots. Let's go. Rise. Rise, ye Scottish. All right. My terrible Scottish accent. You guys can forgive me, hopefully. But yeah, we've got some good. We got Gibraltar. We know that. We've got we didn't actually get Cyprus. That was one of the ones that we were trying to get. So we were trying to get Cyprus over here. Didn't end up getting that, unfortunately. But I'm fairly confident we did get some good places over here, such as Malaya and yeah. So here we've got Singapore and Malaya, which is big, right? So we've got some good stuff here in the Philippines. This is where somebody's going to make fun of me and be like, Spartan, you're looking at the wrong spot. It's like, shh, I'm not the most geographically literate. I'm an American. Forgive me. Oh, jeez. But yeah, so that's good news. So we've got some bases over here. The Philippines, I mean, rightfully, I say rightfully. We kind of took the Philippines. We were dicks, but we did take them. And then in World War II, the Japanese were like, hey, we need some resources, so we're going to come down here, whoop your ass out of the Philippines. So then we retreat from the Philippines, and then we had to island hop and take everything back. So at least we're slightly on like a historical path here, with the exception of taking over like a lot of the stuff over here. So where are we currently? Like, we've got the Falklands down here. We did get those. Again, not strategically important for us necessarily, but it is a step closer to, basically unifying these. Speaking of unifying, other than being able, apparently we cannot take the, the Canadians, but, I mean, we're not allowed to take, like, their core provinces. I would love to, like, maybe our land armies at some point will decide that they want to take Canada. Who knows? I don't know how that works, but we did take this, which is a big deal. Kick the British out of there. That gives us another bit of sphere of influence, if you will, over Canada, which is good. So maybe Canada, our brothers up north, will decide to join us. And Mexico as well. I would love to get all of North America as a single country / continent, super country. It'd be amazing. And also we are starting to take over the Bahamas here as well with Cuba and all of the good things. Puerto Rico, obviously, we've got the Cayman Islands as well. We're starting to take over some good territories and try to push our influence out of here. Again, we are not the good guys in this playthrough, if you haven't noticed. We've played the good guys quite a bit, but we're going to be extremely aggressive in this playthrough. But yeah, so first war against the Brits was a quick one. Obviously, I think we had one big battle and we whooped their butts and they decided to sue for peace, and we ended up getting peace and taking a good chunk of their provinces, which is fine. It gives us something to strive for later on. And in the meantime, we're still making money, which is great. Politics-wise, the British have been they are very distrustful, who'd have thunk it, and their naval prestige has been completely wiped out. Like, we have annihilated their prestige, which is great. Next, let's go. What up, Dark Lord? How's it going? Johnny, Sparky, Destructor of Cool, Eclipse, Jacob, Mr. Lambo, Jonathan Duran, John Scott. Texas Farm Boy says, "Wow." Okay. Well, I mean, you gotta realize, what up, Scott, as well. Appreciate you, my guy. You gotta realize that there's ways to grow your channel, and just trying to like jump into somebody's stream or jump into somebody's comments and say, "Oh, follow me" or "subscribe to my channel." Like, that's not the way to do it. It's just not. Like, if you want, like, I have avenues for people to get their channels called out on my particular channel. One of them is community replays through World of Warships Legends. If you make similar content to me and you decide that you want to pursue like community replay, I always give a shout out in those situations. So there are avenues that I do that, but just to straight up go into somebody's stream and say, "Please subscribe to my YouTube channel," is just kind of a douche thing to do. And I'm not alone in that. That's a pretty known thing throughout YouTube. I didn't do it. That's not how I grew my channel. So like I kind of, it's a frowned on tactic. And actually, YouTube itself, the algorithm on YouTube will hold those comments a lot of times because it contains like a self plug or a self promotion. So keep that in mind. Like it doesn't in a live stream, but it does on like just regular comments. So anyway, the Chinese Empire pushed back the Russian Empire's offensive in the province Xinjiang. Xinjiang. I apologize. I don't know. But they are suffering some significant losses for both sides. There's a major offensive. The German Empire initiates a major offensive from province Southwest Africa against the British Empire at province South Africa. Okay. So the Germans are trying to take over Africa, and the people of Arabia take up arms and try to gain control of Hejaz, and that is currently occupied by the Ottoman Empire. So Egypt has defeated the remnants of the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, so the Ottoman Empire is pretty much falling apart at this point. And most of those countries are getting some sort of independence out of it, which is pretty cool. There's a lot going on in this campaign now, which is pretty awesome. I like to see the direction that the game is going. Like, I like to see extra stuff. That being said, it does take a little bit longer. All right, so finances, we are at 56% on our next upgrade to our shipyard. We are still fine here. What is our next internals? We've got emergency welding repairs. That'll be done in 11 months. If we take this off, that still gets done next month. And we can speed that up, and that gets done in 2 months now, which is beautiful. We're still working on hull construction and range finders. Next thing we'll be looking at is potential control station or explosive. What do we got down here? White powder is coming. That's a big deal. So we're going to be definitely getting that shortly. Let me finish internals protection, then we'll grab the smokeless powder. So looking forward to that. All right, let's keep it going. You're about to get the battleship Georgia in World of Warships Legends. Nice. Congrats there, Jesse. What up, Puddin'? Your girlfriend broke up with you. Apparently high school starts on February 4th, and I have no friends. It do be like that sometimes, Puddin', but I'll tell you this. There are plenty of girls out there, and there are plenty of people that can be your friends. You just got to get yourself out there, pick yourself up, keep your chin up, just be yourself, and make yourself more attractive. Don't sulk over it, because at the end of the day, things happen. You got this. All right. Southern Rhodesia of Zimbabwe has been conquered by the British Empire. Army losses for the British, only 4,000 men were lost, but the Zimbabweans, they have lost almost 16,000 men. Oof. All right, so you see, we gotta do something about the British here, for sure. Like, I'm ready to go back to war with the British already. Like, I'm full on into it. Let's go ahead and increase tension with the British, please. We're going to get back into war as quickly as possible with these guys. Still making $6 million per turn. We're over $1 billion in naval funds in reserve, which is good. We need as much of that as possible because by the time we're done, we're going to need as much money as possible, like late game. All right. Fleet-wise, how we looking? They are currently being commissioned, which is beautiful. They are 2 months out. Our new battleships, that is. All right. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I mean, the main thing about, like, making friends is easy. You just gotta, like, look for people that are into the same stuff as you. Also, Jaded, how's it going? I'm glad you enjoy the thumbnail, man. That's the first time that I've used an AI art generator to make a thumbnail, and I really do like it. It's not ideal. It doesn't do very well with warships in general. It's very hard to get, like, guns on a warship. It does the hull pretty well and the superstructure, but it doesn't do like the guns. And so I try to make it look pretty good. But at the end of the day, I think it turned out okay. What up, Jordan? How's it going? Welcome. Ethan as well. Appreciate you guys. Destructor says he got North Carolina and Maine on WoWs. Nice. Okay. So we've got some new tech, which is good. Our personal provocations were ignored by the British. How dare they? Yeah, the Arabians have canceled their alliance with the British. Big surprise there, considering Britain is actively trying to take over everybody. Again, this is something we need to curtail. Like, we've got to stop the British, and by stop them, I mean we've got to beat the British and take all of their stuff, and then we get to be the ones taking over the world. It's funny how that works. This is way too realistic nowadays. It's like the United States is, after trying to police the world, and I say that with quotation marks because honestly, we're only after our own interests. We don't, as a country, we get ourselves involved in a lot of stuff that we probably shouldn't. But, you know, capitalism. Next. See, I think Brazil, like, don't get me wrong, like, Brazil is much larger than Venezuela, right? Like, Brazil is the largest country in South America. Am I right? Like, they are much better off than Venezuela as far as I can, like, remember. So I don't feel like Venezuela would take Brazil. I feel like Brazil would be able to fend off the Venezuelans, especially with all the infighting that Venezuela has been going through with their own, like, I think they've been in a civil war for a while now. Could be wrong. I know they've been fighting each other in Venezuela because of the dictator down there and all the bad things that are going. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, Brazil's a very large, country in South America. It's literally the largest country in South America. In an international conference, journalists asked about your naval expenditures policy. You believe in the continuous development of a power military fleet as an answer to the increased naval expenditures of other countries. 100%. But is there anything that gives us GDP? There is not. You think that our fleet is equipped? It is, but at the same time, we are also, like, trying to get as much money as possible. During naval exercise, one of our battleships suffered an engine breakdown. The journalists ask you about it. Indicate that we need to trust our own industry and not rely on machinery bought from France, so we could pick a fight with the French, which actually wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea either, considering that would allow us to potentially go for other territories. It was an accident that will not happen again if our crew continues to receive training at the highest standards. And you don't regard this as a serious incident. It really isn't. But, see, this increases our naval budget but decreases our GDP. We don't want to do that. Decreasing your GDP in this game during the campaign is terrible late game. Like, you want to, every chance you get, you want to increase your GDP early. It may drop your Navy budget, but trust me, late game, when your GDP is through the freaking roof, your Navy budget will be as well, because your Navy budget is a percentage of your GDP. So, the higher your GDP, the more money you get from the Navy. So, I don't require it as I don't regard it as a serious incident. It's not going to continue to be a problem. Plus, we are literally getting our new people of Jordan take arms to try to regain control of Transjordania. Nice. And the people of Malaysia take arms and try to gain control of Malaya that is currently occupied by the British. Didn't we just? I thought we got Malaya. Am I wrong? Like, I know we got, like, the Philippines. Maybe we didn't. See, yeah, we didn't get Singapore either. Unfortunate. So yeah, this is Malaya. I was like, I was trying to figure out exactly, because these countries over here, there's so many different little tiny countries. So yeah, right here they are. So we didn't get either of these. Unfortunate. But we do have the Philippines, which is a good thing. So that gives us a staging area in the Pacific if need be. But we're still focusing on this area over here first. So the goal is going to be to take all of the provinces we can from these guys, and then, just keep moving eastward. Then we'll move in here and start whooping on the Italians and the Austro-Hungarians and the Russians, and then we'll move over and we'll start working on, the French. Of course, the French are going to be part of the initial push anyway. So it's all good. We need to continue to increase tension with the British, please. How are we doing? The French kind of like us, so we don't necessarily need to go after them right away. The Germans really like us, which is kind of funny. Still making plenty of money. One more month until we get our white powder, which will be a good thing. Our next stage of our first stage of stereoscopic rangefinders are coming. That'll be huge. This is a huge boost to your long-range accuracy, so I'm looking forward to that. And then, of course, hull construction improves stiffening. That's what she said. Anyway, that'll be done in 13 months, so we're getting there. All right. Next turn. What up, Clouds? How's it going? Dark Man, appreciate you. It is 1893 currently. Yeah, I know Brazil has a lot of forests, but they are also, like, pretty... I say pretty, like, for the area. Like, South America in general is very poor in comparison to North America. But they do have a lot of exports down there for Brazil. Plus, I mean, the Amazon is very, very rich in terms of resources. Now, the living, is not ideal. The British Empire has revolted. There you go. We have completely annihilated the British to the point where, like, the Scottish decided to try to take back Scotland, and then we have the British, like, actually saying, screw you, government, we're taking it back. So I love to see it. The government asks your opinion about submarines. I believe they are extremely limited in their operational usefulness, therefore there is no need to invest more in submarine warfare. Submarine is a promising weapon that will revolutionize... This is true. But at the same time, I don't think that I'm going to focus on it. And I don't like the fact that these drop my GDP. So I'm going to say that they're extremely limited in their operational usefulness for now. Several of our country's shipbuilding industries are constructing warships for third countries. What is your opinion? Any business cooperation with third countries? Darkman coming and gifting 5 subs, my guy. Thank you so much. Get some goats in the chat for Mr. Darkman. Thank you very much. Anyway, improves our relations, yes. Improves our GDP, yes. But I want this one because this increases our GDP, but at the same time keeps our technology out of the hands of the enemy. And everybody is pretty much going to be our enemy. So I'm not particularly worried about that. All right. 72%, so we're getting close there. Research-wise, we just finished this. So we've got rangefinders and hull construction being worked on. And what else is the next one? Control stations would be a good one. Okay. We also have the new battleships and stuff. So I think it's time to... Let's see. If we move these ships back here to Norfolk. Cancel. We can't because they're actively being worked on. Okay. Fair enough. We got 2 battleships down here in Miami as well. And we should have 2 battleships. 2 battleships. Okay. Fair enough. So we gotta wait until we can get some of that going. Yeah, I know. We still need the custom goat emote. Sorry about that. What up, Kevin? How's it going? Holy ship, Montana, worst legendary BB, no question. Yeah, that's like bannable. Nah, I'm just joking. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, even if it's wrong. What up, Yair? How's it going? Good to see you. Gavin as well. Yeah, I know you're trolling. It's all right though. Boy, the Navy or the like land battles and stuff that go on is kind of intense over here. Not gonna lie. And in Africa too. And the Jordanians have failed to take Jordan back, so the Ottoman Empire holds on to that. Still a lot of fighting going on out there. All right, politics, increased tension once again with the British. Yes, please. Um, I think we can only increase tension once per turn, and it can only be one country at a time. So that's a thing. 76%. 2 months until we get our next capital ship towers, which is huge. Okay, next. Mission failed. I'll get him next time. Good luck. This is like the most chill game for me. Like this and railroads. Like I can sit here and play this and just chill and relax and talk to you guys. Uh, it takes quite a bit. Plus, I know a troll when I see it. I'm not really gonna lose my shit. I might troll you back. I might time you out just for fuck. When is Grounded Stream Part 3? I don't think it's gonna happen. Glad you enjoy Eclipse. An embarrassing incident involves the Italian Empire. One of their most wealthy businessmen in naval construction industry is accused for illegal activities in our country. If we prosecute this person, our relations with the Italians will be affected negatively. What should we do? We should not interfere with justice. And I'm not going to pay, no. Like, if the Italians are upset because we caught their spy, then, people of Libya take arms to gain control of Tripolitania. Or Tripoli. All right. Fleet. How are we doing? Are they repaired? Everybody should be relatively repaired. Let's go ahead and set crew for this, please. Thank you. 3 months until they're done. That's fine. You can join us once you're repaired. But we're going to send you over to Norfolk. And then we're going to grab you guys. Send you over to Miami, please. All right. So we got some good stuff. Let's go ahead and go in and look at a redesign. So the Ryan Szymanski class battleships are the ones that are currently out there. We're about to pick up. So let's go ahead and view them because they might actually be ready for a refit already. Actually, I lied. We're going to wait until we get the stereoscopic rangefinders before we do refits. Is there a new railroad coming? Thought I saw a vid. Peak and I generally kind of just do railroads when we decide that we want to do railroads. It's kind of a spur of the moment thing. We don't really have a set schedule for it. I wish we did. Like, here's the thing. Like, I love working with other people, but I also hate working with other people because they don't do schedules. Like, nobody can just do a schedule. Like, it's insane to me to think, you know, when we want to do something, that it just ends up being a, hey, man, what are you doing? Hey, you want to play railroads? Sure, let's do it. Instead, I would like a set schedule. Like, hey, on Thursday nights at, you know, this time we do railroads. Or, you know, but just trying to get people to like communicate and be on the same page is such a pain in the ass. Like, it really is. It really is. That's why I'm sticking to more single player sort of stuff, because anytime I rely on other people, I get let down. Like, it's just the way it is. Like, trying to get other people to communicate and try to get them on the same page is just too much of a pain in the ass. Politics can't increase tension yet. We could increase tension with other nations. We could increase tension with the French since we're waiting. Might as well. Finances, again, 80%, so we're getting close, but we're fine. These are still waiting. That's fine. All right. Let's go. Who is Ryan Szymanski? Ryan Szymanski is the curator of the Museum Ship New Jersey. He also is they also, for the Battleship New Jersey Museum, they also have a YouTube channel. Highly recommend. He's very knowledgeable, very great guy. I've got an entire playlist devoted to my tour with Ryan Szymanski on Battleship New Jersey. It's about 4 hours of footage, including us firing the 5-inch secondary gun, which was pretty awesome. So definitely recommend you guys check that out. 100% if you haven't. And Haas has already linked it. Thank you so much, my dude. I'll actually pin that for those that are interested. Britain's head of admiralty was just, his name is Duff Field, is suddenly replaced by Walter Jackson. Okay. All right, so we got new towers. That's good. We do have a little bit of unrest, but it's not too bad. We have 24 provinces, though, so we're doing pretty well there. Freaking 84%. Okay, we just finished this, so that's good. 6 months and 5 months until these are done. Let's go ahead and also work on boiler tech. Yeah, Ryan's great, man. And he is the same way in the, like, when you meet him in person as he is on his channel. Like, he is the most approachable. He's just a really good guy. Like, he's so knowledgeable, too. It's like him and Blip. Prince Blip is another one. Like, he's so knowledgeable. And I could sit there and just listen to them talk about ships all day long. Like, legitimately, they are that interesting to me. Like, I love like naval history and stuff, and those guys, I could just sit there. I don't even need to like ask them questions. Like, I just let them go. It's like, you know, the entire time I just let Ryan talk. Like, just let him just spew knowledge all over you. I love it. Highly recommend. Capri Man coming in with the 10 pounds, 4 days to 36 months. Nice, my guy. We got to get some goats in the chat for Mr. Capri. Thank you, my guy, for the 10 pounds. And I do believe you will be the first person to hit the 36-month badge. It's a brand new badge. Hopefully you enjoy it because you're going to be the only one with it for a while. Absolute legend. Been around the channel forever. Been a member of the channel forever. So thank you so much, my guy. And like I said, Ryan Szymanski and Prince Blip, both of them, not only are they knowledgeable, but they make listening to them, like, fun.
4 days to 36 months, I think.
So, like, that's the fun part. Like, being able to throw knowledge at people is one thing. Being able to make it interesting to listen to without, like, boring people is a whole other ballgame. And they both do a very good job of it. And then they're just cool people to hang out with. Like, I've never actually met Prince in person, but I would imagine he's a pretty good guy to just hang around and shoot the shit with. So that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so we got advanced medium funnels coming for boilers. That'll be nice. Hull construction finishes in 7 months and 5 months, so we're getting there on those. What's gun layout? We got 8-inch casemates. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea, though we don't usually go that far into it. Yeah. 88%. Okay. Can we re-increase it? Yep, we can go back to increasing tensions there. All right. Next turn. What up, Swag? How's it going? What up, Mind Warp? Good to see you as well. By the way, if I miss saying your guys' name in chat, just let me know. Like, if I've missed anybody, just hit me up and say, hey, Spartan, I'm here. Because I like to try to keep up with you guys and interact with you guys, because you guys that hang out with me on these off streams that aren't World of Warships Legends, like, y'all make these streams so fun. Because I can just sit there and just chat with you guys while playing a game. Whereas in Legends, I'm generally focused on what I'm doing because I'm a potato and I want to entertain you guys with good gameplay. So I generally, and there's like 300 of you guys talking at those points too. Good. Successful provocation. Love to hear it. Okay, so we can't do that. So we go back to trying to increase tension with the French. Finances, we're at 92. So next month this will finish and we'll be able to start the next push. 1 month for the new boilers. 6 months for hull construction. 4 months for rangefinders. Peacetime, man, you can just cruise through this game at peacetime. We're already in 1894, so already in this stream, 42 minutes in, we've gotten through the first year since we started the stream. And it's pretty fun. Yair, I actually didn't miss you. I did call you out earlier, but good to see you, my guy. And yes, Jesse, I am a funny potato, but a potato nonetheless. Which is why it's so much fun, or so funny to me, that Aaron and Peak hate certain ships. And yet, you know, I do really, really well in them. I don't know. It's funny how that works. Hard to mingle when you've got HE spam and twerps incoming. Yeah, I mean, these games are so much fun. The right-wing party won again and retains control of the government. Okay, so the conservatives have retained control. It's fine. And our provocation has succeeded on them as well. India has defeated the remnants of British Empire's forces and gained full control of the Andaman Islands. Okay, or Andaman Islands. So, pretty cool. Yeah, so they just took over the Andaman Islands over here, Port Blair. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I wonder if they're going to be able to retake their country. That'll be interesting. I probably should do something about that. I mean, I am trying, but... Okay, go ahead and start the next construction project, because we got to get that going. Research-wise, we just finished this boiler tech, so we can take that off. Let's go ahead and speed up the gun layout, please. That'll get that done in 2 months. Submarines is down to 5 months away for the first experiment. So, next turn. What up, Red Dragon? How's it going? Hello from Oklahoma. Well, hello from Ohio, my dude. I'm definitely a salty potato, but that's the thing. Being a potato, you know, carbohydrates and starch, they tend to soak up a lot of salt, so it tends to work. Alex, how's it going, my guy? Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you enjoy, man. I really am. That's why I do it. Like, you guys make this fun for me. Like, for real. It's not just that I get, like, I am incredibly blessed to be able to do this for a living. Like, you guys don't even understand just how, like, rare it is to be able to just do what you love for a living. It's crazy. See, King, I don't think that that's how that works. I'll be real honest. I don't think that people get shotgun dispersion out of American battleships. Like, it's just not a thing. Like, they are nasty accurate. At a press conference, a journalist asked if you consider Italian Empire as a potential enemy for the future. Yeah, I mean, definitely. The Empire of Japan is offering a trade agreement with us, which it turns out to be more profitable for them than for us. It is promoted as a safety measure for the future, securing our current good relations. If we refuse, it will surely affect our relations negatively. I do want to end up with an alliance with Japan, so we'll accept this. It hurts our GDP though. I don't want to hurt my GDP. Like, I don't mind the losing money. That's not an issue, but the losing the GDP hurts. I don't want to do that. Sorry. We'll seek an alliance with them through other means. We are not going to accept that trade agreement. Sorry. Malaysia has defeated the remnants of the British Empire and gained full control of Malaya. Beautiful. Man, the British are getting their asses whooped all over the globe. So, yeah, we were just talking about these guys. So they have fully taken back Malaya. Love to see it. Now, if Singapore can take themselves back, that would be great too. Of course, I say that. I don't want these people to take over that because I want to take it from them. Which is why we're actively pursuing trying to get in a fight with them again. Increased tension. Finances, we are doing okay. We're fine. Maxed out everywhere. We're fine there. 1 month until we finish the gun layout. 2 months for the new rangefinders. 3 months for hull construction. Okay. And we also have new cruisers potentially on the way. Next turn. So here's the thing. I do believe that there is coding that kind of gives you a little bit of a cushion initially after purchasing certain premium ships or all premium ships. I think there is a grace period in which the ships perform better overall. And I'm not the only one that thinks this. There's a pretty large group of people that think that there is something where once you buy a ship for a certain amount of time, the ship performs really, really well for you. And then after that time, it just stops performing as well. However, I don't believe that, like, I don't believe in that the ships overall work differently for different people. I think that people have different play styles that make certain ships better for them than others. Like for me, I'm not a particular fan of the German battleships, though I know a lot of people that enjoy it. It's just not my particular favorite. I prefer consistency, and that's why I gravitate towards the Americans. A lot of people think that I gravitate towards the American ships because I'm American. That has nothing to do with it, actually. It's just that they are the most consistent ships. So that's why I tend to enjoy them. And perfect examples of this, I mean, Iowa, Missouri, You know, Kansas, ridiculous now with the upgrades to it, or the patch for it, and then Montana is insanely accurate as well. So it allows you to get huge chunks consistently. And even when people are bow tanking, it allows you to take their superstructure for 15 to 20,000 damage or more. Um, it's insanely good, and so that's what I prefer. Now, a lot of people don't prefer that. A lot of people prefer to overmatch, so they go the Yami route, which Yami is a very good ship. It's definitely the best battleship at legendary tier, in my opinion, just because it is the easiest to play. However, let's be honest, 90% of the Yami captains out there are complete potatoes who have no idea what they're doing. Um, so that's why I said during the whole like video today, like if you put two equal level players in a Yami and a Montana, the Yami should win a 1v1 with the Montana every time. Okay, it should. Because technically the good player that's in the Yami would know not to shoot the belt armor. They would go for superstructure if they had to, or they just take the overmatch, go through the bow side plating, and ruin you. But most of the people don't do that. Most people take the bait, they shoot at the belt, you auto bounce everything and shatter their shells, and then you unleash 12 American armor piercing shells that are incredibly accurate into the superstructure of a Yami, doing 20,000 damage in a single salvo. Now, Yami doesn't have as much hit points to its superstructure, so you only do that once or twice, and then suddenly you're getting reduced amount of damage because it's saturated. So there is, you know, pros and cons to every ship. Yami and Conqueror by far are the easiest battleships to play at legendary tier. Like, it's not even close. GK is probably the most difficult to play well, but also one of the better ships if you play it well, just due to the fact that it doesn't get overmatched by Yami as easily. Though there's plenty of weaknesses with the GK that make up for that. Also, I need to continue, or I'll just like sit here all day talking about it. But yeah, like there's a lot out there, but at the same time, you know, everybody has things that they prefer in a ship and what they don't like in a ship, and you know, it varies from person to person. So that's why, you know, if you enjoy one type of ship, you might not enjoy another, or you might prefer one country over another. I actually have played pretty much I have played all of the different nations, and I have played pretty much every ship in the game at this point, even though I haven't touched the Pan Asians and Pan Europeans too much. But that's mainly because I don't really feel like playing destroyers all that often. Audi Gamer, what's up? Appreciate you. Also, Jathan, how's it going? Um, yeah, but here's the thing. Like, the Conqueror does have good AP if you get a chance to use it. Its poor penetration angles is a whole other ballgame. But it's got good AP if you get a chance to use it. But you don't need the AP. That's the thing. Like that's what I try to tell Peak. Like, I switch back and forth as needed, or as the opportunity arises, because you're not wrong. Like, if you get a chance to shoot at a broadside battleship, or God help a cruiser on the receiving end of a broadside from a Conqueror's AP, but like, you don't need it. That's what I try to tell Peak, is like, the HE build is because you don't need to think with it. Like, HE, you're hitting for 15 to 20,000 damage and setting 2 fires so regularly that AP isn't needed. Do you still switch to it if you get a broadside? Absolutely. But you don't need to. That's why I say the Conqueror is so easy. Like, it is literally easy mode. And then you throw on top of that the super heal, that it's just ungodly. Ungodly. What do we got here? 5,000 ton heavy cruiser. Don't need to speed that up right away. Let's go for turret mechanisms. Hull construction finishes next month, so we'll just wait for that. Yeah, we'll just keep that going. If we do speed that up, that goes 1 month still. This one's not done yet. That'll be done in 2 months. That'll be fine. Politics, increased tension again with the British. Got to keep that going. What up, Florent? How's it going? God Level, how's it going? Appreciate you guys dropping in. Welcome to the stream. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you punch that like button. I know it's been pretty tame so far. Like, the war ended right at the beginning, and we've been in peace for a couple of years now. So I understand there ain't been a whole lot going on in this episode. But, you know, it do be like that sometimes. You're not always at war. We are working on it, though. We will be back at war before long, I promise. But I do appreciate everybody dropping in, and I hope you guys enjoy just hanging out, chit-chatting, having a good time. Dude, one of the nastiest hits I've ever put on somebody was a quad permafire from a Conqueror salvo of HE. That's insanity. You know how rare that is? First of all, I can count on like two hands. I know that's kind of dumb, but seriously, I can count on like two hands how many times I've ever been permafired 4 times. Like having 4 permafires burning at the same time. 3 is devastating. 4, your health goes down so fast it's insane. So like that's a death. But it's hilarious, man, to just nail somebody, especially Yami. Like countering Yami with Conqueror is so satisfying, because you know that the Yami can absolutely tear you apart. Even decently angled Conqueror gets shredded because it just doesn't have the armor. But yeah, the freaking Conqueror's HE, like just shooting at the bow of a battleship with HE and somehow getting a double fire and hitting him for 20,000 damage is freaking insane. It's like, oh, I don't need to overmatch when I'm hitting you for 20,000 and 2 fires. Enjoy. At a press conference, journalists questioned the combat ability of our fleet. What is your reply? The fleet is capable at any time to perform. I'm fully behind that. Okay. We can't do that, so we are going to continue to increase the tension with the French. Finances, we are fine there. Research, we just finished this. We have 1 month to go there. That'll finish next month regardless. We have turret mechanisms being worked on. That'll be secondary turrets on light cruisers. That's actually kind of big. If we take that off, that goes to 4 months, so we definitely want to finish that next month. What are we looking at in terms of shells? We don't know. Okay. Fair enough. I don't really know. Maybe go hull strengthening. Let's see where we end up. Alright, so ship design. It's time to do some refits, so let's go ahead and do some refits. What up, Peyton? How's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. Clean up the Caribbean. Yep, I'm working on that. We're trying to steal it back. Alright, so this is our Ryan Szymanski class. It's our first, like, actual battleships. Remember, our first set of battleships were just coastal defense battleships. We used them across the ocean, but they were just coastal defense ships. So the fact that we officially got some battleships with 13-inch guns and fully capable of going across the oceans and doing their thing is a big deal. So we do have a larger capacity now, so I think we're going to increase our beam here, which allows us, we can't increase the displacement up here once we've built the ships, but we can increase our beam and our draft to get a little bit more displacement. So we're going to do that. We're going to max out the beam and the draft for these guys. It's going to give us a little bit more displacement, and we're going to try to go through and make sure that everything is maxed out as best as we can. We are using base fuse HE because that's what I prefer to use. It's what the American Navy used anyway. Well, actually, they used high capacity HE, but we'll use base fuse. That allows us for a bigger HE shell charge. Heavy shell size is fine. We need to switch to white powder there. And then stereoscopic rangefinders. Our engine efficiency isn't the greatest, And I think we did get some new funnels. So maybe we look into seeing what we can do here. So these are +6 each. Yeah, these aren't going to do us a whole lot of good, are they? Yeah. So there, we can't actually do anything with that, unfortunately. But we could add some armor. So I think that's what we're going to do. We've got quite a 400 tons to play with ish. So let's see what we can do. Citadel armor. Let's go ahead and add a little bit there. I guess that's all we can add. We've got a 9-inch main belt. I would like to increase that for sure. Ship is overweight. Okay. That gives us a roughly a 10-inch main belt. What is our current armor quality? Did I pass it? This is weights and costs. Oh, here it is. So armor quality is +43%, which is pretty good for the year, but definitely need to keep going there. Overall, I think that'll be a decent refit for us, so we're going to go ahead and save that design, and we will refit them. You'll have a USS Hyde Super Dreadnought named after you? Maybe. Alright, so now if we take these, we should be able to refit the ships. We will grab that one and that all the way down. How long will they take? 3 months to refit. That's fine. If we go to the Abomination class, should be able to refit these guys. Jesse says he citadeled a ship twice and sunk it in World of Warships Legends. Nice. It's always fun to get good hits on people. Really is. Okay. Why is this struggling? Is it because of this? Is that it? Yeah. Alright, so these are, what, 4-inch guns? So, secondary, 4-inch, single barrels. Dude, what is going on? It just does not want me to place it. Screw it. We'll delete a 4-inch gun on each side then, I guess. Dude, I hate how the camera works in this. Just gets frozen. There's so many little things that drive me crazy about this game. Okay. So that frees up that to move around just fine. We can increase the beam and the draft to get a little bit more out of these. Okay. I'm guessing it's because of these casemates that just doesn't want to, like, put them down. But that's fine. All right, so that allows us a little bit more, which is great. We've got all of this stuff already, which is fine. We go to white powder here, and we go with the stereoscopic. What the hell? Click on the goddamn stereoscopic rangefinder. Ah! Seriously. Just reach out and slap the shit out of this thing. Okay. And again, we have a little bit of room left in terms of displacement, so we just add some armor. Ship is overweight. We can go to 9.3. Some guns have poor firing arc. I don't believe you. Okay. Save the refit. What up, Daniel? How's it going? Appreciate you. Should you use 360 50 cals or 375 45 cals? I mean, 50 cals would be more accurate and have a faster muzzle velocity. And depending on whether they're Mark IIs or Mark IIIs or whatever, you should have a better reload as well. So, personally, whatever you have the highest like variation of that gun is, because that'll give you your best reload and best like accuracy and stuff for the gun. That would be my suggestion. Okay, so those are going to take time. We can go ahead and delete that refit since we've already got the new one. Got our light cruisers. You're playing as China and you want weird gun calibers, so 360 14.2 guns it is. Fair enough. We will have mine layers. We will throw stereoscopic rangefinders on there. We will be using white powder. Heavy shell size. Everything else is fine. Ship is overweight because of the beam that I added, I'm assuming. Oh, it's 34. I'm like, why is this working? There we go. Gives us a little bit of a bonus. It's not much, but it gives us a little bit of a bonus to our gun stability. And everything else is the same. We don't need to change anything there. Let's go ahead and save that design. Backed up by 195 millimeter secondaries. Interesting. See, I don't do a whole lot of changing like the diameter of the barrels, because when you start getting into the diameter, like, well, diameter and rate or like length of the barrels, it screws with your reload heavily and accuracy as well. So I don't do a whole lot with that. I do like to add a little bit of length to the barrels, but usually no more than 10%. Because once you get above like 10% extra length, it just, oh my god, I screwed up. It ends up adding too much more to the reload. Go ahead and do that. And then we can delete that. And then pull up the heavy cruisers. Refit. Cannot build above 4,500 tons. Fair enough. There we go. This should all be fine. Go to white powder. Stereoscopic. And that should do that. So these are 8-inch 26 calibers. And we got a few 4-inch guns thrown in there for casemates. Could throw a little bit more armor on here. So 6.8. Okay. Everything else should be good. So go ahead and save that design. What is a favorite Dreadnought battleship in World of Warships Legends? I don't think Kansas would be technically a Dreadnought. While it is slow, I think it would be either classed a Super Dreadnought or it would be classed a, I don't know, standard class or standard type battleship. Even though it has four main guns, or yeah, 4 turrets rather than 3. I think it would come after the Dreadnoughts in that sense. But yeah, as far as like my favorite Dreadnought, probably Arizona, to be honest. That thing's nasty. I do like Arizona quite a bit. Okay, so we currently have our entire Navy being refitted right now, which is actually not a good thing because that means we are way over our shipbuilding capacity, so it's going to take longer to do all of the things, but we're not currently in a hurry. We're not at war at the moment, so it's fine. We can't continue to increase tensions there. Can't increase tensions there. We must have already done it. Finance-wise, 16%. Research-wise, we're working on that. 2 months out for the turret mechanisms. 1 more month until we get to 5,000 tons. Okay. Next. USS Texas. Can I please play World of Warships? Tony, sorry, my dude. This is a Ultimate Admiral stream. I should be playing World of Warships Legends on stream Wednesday, as long as nothing changes between now and then. So hopefully you'll be there for that. What up, Ernie? How's it going? Yeah, the engine efficiency isn't great. That's for sure. But because of the terrible hull design, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. There's not enough room to place any other funnels, unfortunately. It would be nice if we could go to war with Canada, not gonna lie. I would like to take Canada and Mexico. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Finances, we're doing fine. Research, 2 months for this. Longitudinal strength. We do have the Battleship 2 hull coming up. That'll be nice. I don't know if we can use it currently to its full effect, because our shipyard is still trying to catch up. We don't need to speed that up anymore. I think the next thing we need to look at would be more boiler tech. And big guns again. Okay. Next turn. Where are you, Aaron? Coming in with the $5 to say he's a potato. Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate it. You didn't have to say that you're a potato, but we appreciate you anyway.
Montana is bad, that is all.
Damn it! I've been betrayed by my own text-to-speech bot. God dang it! I'm gonna have to have a talk. Betrayal. I shall thin the ranks of my text-to-speech bot. She will rue the day that she double-crossed me. Tie her up in the freaking closet. There is a civil unrest in the French Union that is mentioned in several newspapers. Journalists, ask your opinion. The Russian Empire's secret agents are behind this. Do not know anything about it, or the increased global military awareness can cause unrest in any country. This is why we need to invest more in our naval fleet. We don't want to do that. We could blame the Russians. Let's just blame the Russians. Even though it's probably our fault. Alright. Back to the French Union. Increased tension. We're very close to going back to war with the British. Slowly getting there. 24% there. 2 more months until that's finished. Working on that and working on that. Beautiful. Oops. What do we got down here? Common pointed capped ballistic shells. Okay. Not that big of a necessarily. Let's take that off and go with this. That'll get done in 3 months. Then we'll start working on researching something else. Next. You know your Chinese campaign is going to be cursed as when one of your battleships gets auto-named Thong. Let me see that thong, yeah. That thong, the thong, thong, thong. Old Cisco coming after you, man. Better watch out. God, I just kind of aged myself a little bit. Dude, if this game became multiplayer, like, we could have so much fun with this. Me and Stealth and Brother Monroe and Serious Strategy Gamer, potentially, like, old guys like History Guy Gamer. Like, that would be so much fun to get all of us together in a, like, a full-on campaign. I'll take the U.S. You know, you have, like, Brother Monroe taking the British, Stealth taking the... I want to say he's... God, I forget where Stealth is from. I want to say it's I forget where Stealth's from. I don't want to say the wrong thing and look like a doof. I mean, I always do look like a doof, but still. Albania, beautiful. I want to say that he's from over here, somewheres, just in this general area. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly confident he's from over here. Maybe Austria? I don't know. I forget. What up, Jacob? How's it going? The Netherlands? Maybe? Maybe? I forget. I know he's over here somewheres. He is Dutch from the Netherlands. Okay. So, yeah, I knew somewhere over here. I was at least in the neighborhood. Anyway, politics continue to increase the tension on the British police. Finances, we are doing just fine. Research, 1 more month until the hull strengthening is done. 2 more months until we get the new shells. And Big Guns is currently researching something that will be finishing shortly. Beautiful. Next. Our fleets are currently sitting at home. Like, we don't have a need to push them out just yet. We will leave our coastal defense battleships back at home, and we will send the new battleships out. I didn't want to say, like, which country, like, right off the... Because I knew what it was, but I couldn't remember. And I knew it was somewhere over here, but I couldn't remember which one. I was going to say Dutch, but then I was like, maybe it's not. Then I was thinking Austria, but, you know, is what it is. Why do we want to fight the French? I want to fight everybody. I just want to take on the like, you know, massive countries early. All of these empires, the British Empire, the French Empire, the Spanish Empire, they all have provinces that we can take, which are going to help us with strategic assets later on. Giving us ports that are going to help us keep fueled, or give us the ability to, you know, stretch our influence over the globe, essentially. All right. Okay, we just finished that. We get this next turn, which is actually Mark II 10-inch guns. I don't think we're currently using those. Maybe we are, but we'll see. Shells, though, we get those next month. We can take that off. That'll be done in 2 months. I think we're going to just go with that for now. Maybe explosives. Yeah, let's speed up explosives. We'll do that. Politics. Have we increased increased tension with the French again? Thank you. Next. Finland is getting too big for the britches. Patrick Stewart, thank you again for showing up. Appreciate you, my guy. It is currently 1894, getting close to finishing 1894. It's not that I want to necessarily fight the French in particular. I just want to fight everybody. I want to own the entire world. I know it's not possible in this game, but if we can take all the provinces, I'll take that as a win. Yeah, we're getting close to the Dreadnoughts. But the problem right now is we don't have the shipyard to build large battleships just yet. But we're working on it. Every chance we get, we're speeding up the whole shipyard thing. Also, the Germans are kind of getting a little. I say Germans. This isn't actually the Germans, is it? But yeah, the Germans. I know they're the ones that actually like us. But yeah. The Russian Empire is threatening us that they will declare war if we do not show a sign of reducing the tension against their country. If they want war, we'll take war. I'm not scared of them. We are currently at war with the Russians as we pick up defensive minefields. Okay, well, in that case, now would be a great time to test out our new battleships. Crap. That's annoying. Okay. Move ships. We are going to sail these guys straight over to... Where do you have your fleet? Have some heavy cruisers here. Oh, here we go. What we got up here? Heavy cruiser, light cruiser, light cruiser, light cruiser. There we go. Okay. Wait, are they coming? What is your destination? To the Baltic. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and send our guys over to Gibraltar to start. Oh, wait, we're waiting for refits. I forgot. We gotta wait for the refits to finish. How much longer? 4 months! God bless America! It's a hell of a refit. Okay, well, I guess we gotta wait. The Russians shall wait, I guess. Speaking of, we can actually mobilize our Pacific Fleet. So if we take and move these ships up here. Yeah, these guys are still... God dang it. Everybody's still... Also, having a freaking cruiser named Ken Block hits real hard right now. Not gonna lie. Did not realize that this would be like one of the last things that that's awful. Rip Ken Block. Legend. Absolute legend. A 43 taken from us too soon, man. If you guys didn't know, I love the number 43 because it was my basketball number in high school. So, like, I follow a lot of 43s, and Ken Block is one of those guys that I actually, like, fell in love with. I love Ken Block. He's just a super great person. Great energy. Introduced a lot of people to rally. Like, made the sport a lot of fun. And so, it's a shame, man. You hate to see it. I feel for his family, his daughter. It's crazy. All right. One more month there, one more month there. What are we getting in explosive smoke composition? It doesn't do us any good. Doesn't do me any good. I don't even use destroyers currently. We say 4 months. Okay. Next turn. Why do you keep buffering? I don't know. I'll check and make sure it's not something on my end, but I don't think it is. I've got 0% dropped frames. I'm currently only using 1.5% of my CPU. Everything is perfectly fine on my end. So, definitely not on my end, my dude. It's got to be on yours. Yeah, all of the Gymkhana videos are iconic. All of the vehicles that he had built for those, iconic. Like, for real. Like, there's so much that he did for Rally and motorsport in general. What up, Cisco? How's it going? I was just talking about Cisco. Wexel, how's it going? Honestly, you haven't really missed much. This has been a very peace-oriented stream so far. We've been trying, and we just now started a war with the Russians, so... You still haven't gotten past the New York and Legends. Well, what you waiting for? Grind, my dude. You got this. And if you're struggling with how to play the American Dreadnoughts, I've got an entire playlist that kind of goes over the ins and outs of the American Dreadnoughts and how to do the Dreadnought Shuffle, how to properly angle your Dreadnoughts so that you don't get blapped. All the goods. All of it. You keep grinding cruisers. A serious incident has occurred which involves the Britons. The Britain. It's just the Britain. Just one Briton. One of their profound politicians was assassinated in cold blood, and their government accuses us that we are behind this. They ask for humiliating concessions to forget the matter. They're asking for trouble. And we're now at war with the British. Great. Well, we wanted war. We're getting war. Okay. Finances. How we looking? 40%. We're good. Politics. We don't need to worry about that right now because we're at war. So we'll take that off. Take that off. One more month for that. Let's go back to some boilers, and I think we go hull protection here. Maybe some internal protection as well. Why not? Fleet. How are we looking? Still 4 months out. God dang it, man. Get your shit together. Good Lord. What we got here? 500-ton torpedo boat. I guess we could take that off and just speed that up. Get that done a little bit sooner. We're not going to be doing torpedo boats anytime soon because they're just not useful early on. Okay. Yeah, I really can't do anything until I get all of my cruisers. I need all my cruisers. New Jersey is only 3 hours from you? Well, you gotta get that started, man. I highly recommend you check it out for sure. And if you can't, if you're too far away, highly recommend you check out my Touring the Battleship New Jersey. We've pinned it up in the top if you guys want to check that out. It's a whole playlist. It's about 4 hours long if you've got time to binge it. And at the end, we do shoot the 5-inch 38 secondary. So highly recommend you stay tuned all the way through to see that at the end. Do you still have expendable cruisers? I mean, I do have cruisers. I wouldn't call them expendable. I don't like to throw any ships away, to be honest. I prefer to win the engagements rather than to end up, expendables. Unless, of course, you're talking about, like, the name, which I don't remember. The ones I named after the cruisers. If we named them in the last episode, then yeah, they should still be here. Because we still have all of our original ships. With the exception of the ones that were sunk. Oh, we've got a fight. I don't know where. But we do actually have a fight. Who is attacking us? It's got to be the British, right? It wouldn't be the Russians attacking us. I don't want the Austro-Hungarians, sorry. Okay, so we have Johnny Cash getting attacked by a single light cruiser. I mean, that's a death sentence for your guys, my guy. You get 6.6-inch guns on yours. I get 5-inch guns on mine. But you only have two 6.6-inch guns, and the rest are 4-inch, 3-inch guns. And we have... You also have torpedo tubes, so I gotta watch out for that. Speed is 19.3, so we're faster than them. We should just in general have the advantage, though they have a little bit more armor than us. Alright, it's a 1v1 light cruiser versus light cruiser. Who will win? Johnny Cash or Newcastle? Place your bets, folks. We have a battle for the ages. Now remember, we just upgraded all of our ships to... Holy, hello? That was a bit of a lag. Okay, so to the northwest, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and set a course. Turn that off. We will have... Everything's normal. Don't have to do anything more. Let's just go in and take a look. Nice little quad stacker. I like our light cruiser design. It's pretty nice for an early light cruiser. Probably one of my better light cruiser designs for early on. We lost, was it Vengeance? I forget. Okay, we're getting close. We're down to 10%, or 10 times speed. So we are getting close. Slightly adjust course here. I mean, we should be able to run them down. We are faster than them. Currently doing 20.4 knots. They're only capable of 19.3. It would take a while to find them if they're running away, which I don't know why they would run away. It's a 1v1. You'd think they would be engaging us directly. But given the fact that it's taking a while for us to catch up to this guy, I'm going to say that he's probably, at minimum, not trying to come directly at us. Okay, now they're spotted to the north, so he's changed course slightly. Don't know if he's trying to flank us. Or if he's just moving left to right. Sandor, welcome to the stream, first of all. And this is Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought. It's a PC game available on Steam if you are interested. I don't like when they run away, man. I really don't. Just come out and fight me like a man. He's actually just going to run away from us, isn't he? This is freaking frustrating. We're just not quite fast enough to close the distance. Like, we should be closing the distance to him, but we're not. Yeah, it's like we could end the battle right now. I want to give it a little bit more time to see if we do catch up to him a little bit. But he's clearly running away from us, even though it's a 1v1. You would think he would take that fight. He clearly knows that the American ships are superior in every way. And he wants nothing to do with it. Johnny Cash, the man in black himself, denied. It's a very fun game, man. It's still got a lot of bugs, unfortunately, but it is a very fun game. Unfortunately, we didn't end up getting in a fight with him. He just ran away from us. It's really unfortunate. But, yeah. Battle of Dogger Bank. was a naval battle of the First World War between the raiding fleet of Admiral Franz von Hipper and the British intercepting fleet of David Beatty. The Germans lost the armored cruiser Blücher, or Blücher, and most of its crew, so the British claimed victory, although the battlecruiser Lion was severely damaged and out of action for many months. Okay, well, unfortunately we didn't get in a fight. Man, the Chinese and the freaking Russians are both just absolutely crushing each other in land battles. And the Russians also getting pushed back by... Holy crap, look at the loss of life in this fight. Good God. The Austro-Hungarian Empire pushed back the Russian Empire's offense in Hungary. The Russians lost 680,497 men. Are you kidding me? Damn! The Austro-Hungarians lost 164,000 men, but damn! Over half a million people died for the Russians. Good Lord. That is crazy. Speaking of, okay, we're 3 months out, so at least we're getting closer. Research-wise, still working on our stuff. 2 more months there. Getting closer, getting closer. Finances, 44%. Fine. Okay. Soon enough. I do need to remember. See, how many? We got 6 light cruisers there. We got 4 light cruisers there. So we actually need to send these guys. Are these guys finished? Can we send them over here to pick up this light cruiser? Yes, we can. Okay, let's... What? Ooh, we have a maximum crew size that we can have in a fleet now. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Actually, what am I doing? We want them. We've got Abomination needs to stay, and Lightfoot needs to stay. These are the new battleships here, the Ryan Zemansky class battleships. Okay. We are keeping our coastal defense battleships in a coastal defense role from here on out. And then these guys, I think we're still waiting for them. Yeah, they're the ones that are still refitting. How about you guys? Okay. You stay. You stay. Or no. Crap, I did that wrong. Everybody goes, except you two. Move ships. And then we will send these guys over to the Pacific to start dealing with the Russians in the Pacific. So we do have some fleets over here. All right. Politics we don't need to worry about because we know we're at war with 2 people. We're making all the money. Let's go ahead and increase our transport budget a little bit further. Boilers are coming along. Hull protection is coming along. This will finish in 2 months. 3 months until the cruisers get finished. What up, Zach Baker? How's it going? Appreciate you dropping in. You're working on the Alaska and World of Warships. Nice. Alright, Sandor, that's fine. Appreciate you staying with us, though. And Zach, yeah, this is Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought's PC game available on Steam, my guy, if you're interested. La la la. I guess while we're waiting, I can take a drink of water. It is a PC game. You can get it on Steam. We have a battle. I'm assuming it's the same thing. Somebody is attacking. We've got oil discovered in southern England. Interesting. German Empire is really admiring the power of our nation and wishes to become our ally. Fair enough. We'll take them as an alliance. We now have a new sea passage. The Kiel Canal is trespassable for all ships during peacetime, but can block the passage for all enemies of German Empire and its allies during the war. Fair enough. So we can actually send ships through this canal now because we are allies with... See, this is stuff that I actually really do enjoy. We actually have a battle up here, and it is Johnny Cash versus the heavy cruiser Lancaster. Fair enough. They have 8.2-inch guns, but only 4 of them. Okay, I'll take that fight. Let's go. I believe in Johnny Cash. Yeah, the Dreadnought Shuffle's very effective. Most players just sit there, bow into you, and you can use all your guns where they're only using half their firepower. Okay, so enemy spotted to the east. So let's go ahead and turn east. Speed up time. I would imagine a heavy cruiser is going to take this fight directly to us. And we do outspeed him still. We should spot him before he spots us, but with all these smokestacks, he might actually spot us first. We'll see. Don't tell me he's running away too. To the northeast, so yeah, he's turning. So maybe we go up this way a little bit. Just kind of get out ahead of him, maybe, if he's going right to left. Boy, the British, they want to fight the Johnny Cash, but they don't want to fight the Johnny Cash. I don't get it. They just run away. I don't think he's going to fight us. I think for whatever reason, the British just run away when they get into a fight with us. Even if they should, in theory, have the advantage, they just refuse to take the fight. Welcome back. Yeah, I think he's just gonna run away again. God, this is annoying. If they're gonna start a fight with us, then make us, like, just have it actually be a fight. Spotted to the east. Oh, I hate when they run. It's so annoying. All right, Scott. Appreciate you, my guy. Have a better night. Hopefully you get well soon. I actually just had a lot of the same issues. I had a sinus infection all week, basically. It was really bad for the first 3 days of the week, and then I started to feel a little better, and then it got, I had a really nasty headache yesterday, so, like, I get it. I definitely get it, my guy. Hopefully you get better soon. 48%. 2 months left on that. 1 month there. What are we getting now? Advanced big funnels. Okay. How are we looking? 2 more months there. Fair enough. Next. Pizza guy was insisting on giving you pizza even though you didn't order it. Interesting. Maybe it's one of those, was it a Domino's thing? Like, wasn't it Domino's recently that started, like, giving people extra stuff for no reason? I think they had, like, a whole, like, commercial about it and stuff. Ah, so somebody canceled their order after after it had already been made. So your dad was a friend of his, and he decided to give you guys an extra pizza. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. First of all, if somebody's like trying to offer me pizza, I'm not turning it down. It's like just straight up. It's like free pizza's free pizza. I'll take it. The press in various countries is fully supporting us. Good. Okay. Once again, it's 1v1. Like, this should be a fight. Like, I don't understand why they're not fighting us. Spotted to the northeast. We're already being directly engaged. Okay. Slightly terrifying. But only until we see him. And then all hell breaks loose. Let's fire HE for now. Let's keep our distance. Set this mother trucker on fire. Come on, man. I don't want to get any closer because he has secondaries too that could tear us apart. We don't have any armor really on this thing. We want to keep our distance, use our range. We should have the better accuracy at range. Use our fires to burn this man down. Like, I feel like we do need to get a little bit closer here though. Is he running away from us? He is definitely running away from us. You fucking little turds. Quit running! You're supposed to be like gentlemen, right? Like, isn't that your thing, Great Britain? Like, you guys are supposed to be the ones that are, like, supposed to be stand-up fighters and all of that. Like, why are you running? Why are you running? Get back here. Again, we should outspeed him. We know he's right here. So, like, he can't run from us. In theory. We're just gonna run him down. Currently at 5.5 kilometers and closing. Make sure we're firing HE with the secondaries as well. We can't fire the mains over, or like the 5-inch guns over the bow apparently. This guy is just fast enough to stay, like, keep us, like, at a range to where we're not closing quickly on him. And we just took a nasty hit. And that's what we don't want. Go ahead and smoke up. Let's turn the guns off for now. Until we get a little bit closer. They've technically lost more crew members than we have, even though we took a nasty hit. He did reduce our speed, though. That's going to keep us from being able to close the distance. If we can get some shots to, like, break his funnel or something to slow him down, that would be great. trying to get more guns on target here. Give us more chances of potentially knocking out his funnel or something. Get a hit. Just give me some hits. I know it's unlikely at this range. I need to slow him down. What up, Jacob, Steven, Brooklyn? Good to see you guys. Dr. Fat in the house, appreciate you. Bye, Dr. Fat. Also, Zilla, how's it going? Appreciate you guys all hanging it or dropping in. God, it's so annoying that they just run, man. And the sad part is they probably win this engagement right now. They're just gonna turn away. We don't have the speed to catch them, so just go ahead and turn away and disengage. Spady, how's it going? Cody as well. Appreciate you guys. Mr. Turtle, appreciate you. Yeah, we had to restart last stream just due to the fact that they had a major update. I guess... yeah, it just says a draw. They win 13 points, we get 2 points, so technically they won that fight, in my opinion. Mr. Rex, how's it going? Congrats. Best way to get money is to earn... like, just play your highest tier, best ship that you're good at. Whether it be a tier 5 that you're really good in or tier 6 that you're really good in. But preferably if you got a premium time and premium ships, that's your best way. You can run boosters as well. Both ships were damaged. Okay, how are we looking? One more month until our cruisers are repaired. Six months until double bottom hull. That'll be nice. Destroyer just finished, so we can take that off. Go ahead and put that back on internal. We get our advanced big funnels next turn. Okay, next. Yes, Spady. I toured New Jersey. Would have not been last year, but the year prior. And we did a tour thanks to donations that you guys were able to donate, and some of my own money, obviously. We went and we toured Battleship New Jersey with Ryan Szymanski, and we also got to fire a 5-inch gun. I've got a playlist of the tour of Battleship New Jersey that is roughly 4 hours long and ends with us shooting the 5-inch gun. Highly recommend you guys check it out. Lots of good stuff. Ryan Szymanski is an absolute legend in terms of what he knows, and he's just a good guy to hang out with. So had a lot of fun, and again, we also helped the museum out. We basically donated $1,000 to the museum. Essentially, that's how we were able to get the curator tour and fire a 5-inch gun. So it was a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. Yeah, the tier 8s are really, really expensive. They're $25 million to purchase, and then you gotta, by the time you upgrade them and everything, it's like 36 to $40 million total. It's insane. Yeah, they won't let you fire a 16-inch gun. Though I did ask. Okay, finances, we're still doing fine. 56% research, how we doing? We just finished that. Got some special machinery on order. I think we're going to try to finish the small guns next. Fleet should be done, right? Johnny Cash is being repaired for a month. That's fine. So we should be able to send these guys out now, right? You guys are good to go. So let's send you guys up here. Actually, I lied. Send you guys to Gibraltar. And we'll have to let these guys fuel up before we send them into fight. So one of these fleets is going to be probably going up here to fight the British, obviously. The other one is going to be probably trying to get into a fight with the Russians. There's the Russian fleet. So we probably send both of them up there, to be honest. Or we just fight the Russians down here in the Mediterranean and the Baltic, or the Black Sea. This is the Baltic. Okay. And then, of course, we do have these guys over here now. That should be ready to go. We got Noriko and Salt Ration. Move you guys over to fight. Send you guys straight to Manila in the Philippines. Okay. Yeah, I think we're already good here, right? Okay, so we get better training and all of that, so that's fun. No idea what we're getting there. Double hull bottom, 5 months. Okay. Fair enough. Next! What up, William? How's it going? Appreciate you, man. Glad you enjoyed the video today. A Bubble, how's it going? Appreciate you as well. What happened? Did World War I start? Basically, we're at war with the British and we're at war with the Russians currently. See, the way they do it, they don't actually fire shells. They'll just put a black powder charge in the gun. I think the total charge that we fired out of the 5-inch gun was a 5-pound charge or so, and it was pretty serious. So it was a lot of fun. It really was. But yeah, for the 16-inch gun, I did ask. Obviously, they said they couldn't, just due to noise in the area. I mean, New Jersey is literally on the river between Philadelphia and Camden, New Jersey. So it's in a very densely populated area. So I'm fairly confident if they were firing the 16-inch gun. I mean, they already do a 40 millimeter saluting gun. They do fire that. They fire the 40 millimeter. I want to say is one of the other 40 millimeter guns as well. And then the 5-inch gun, if people donate enough, they can fire the 5-inch gun like we did. Alright, so we've got, again, another fight with the Johnny Cash versus a heavy cruiser. This one off the coast of Africa. All right, so to the southeast, let's go ahead and set a course. Johnny Cash, are you? Yeah, you have been repaired, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and try to go straight at this guy. I want to get close enough that we actually start landing some good hits on this guy. Um, there's a good chance that we can actually fight him early, but we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't just run. You did your re-enlistment under the 16-inch guns? That's awesome. Actually awesome, Spady. It will destroy the windows in the building if they fire 16-inch guns. Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't fire like a full like 6 bags or anything like that. But yeah, the concussion from a 16-inch gun would just absolutely annihilate. Spotted to the south. There'd be animals and windows broken and animals losing their shit. It'd be an interesting thing. I think this guy's just gonna run again. Yeah, there's definitely other like docks and stuff nearby too. Plus, there's actually the Philadelphia 76ers practice arena is right next door to Battleship New Jersey as well. It really is a pretty awesome museum to go to, because it is surrounded. You got Philadelphia across the river. You got Camden, New Jersey, that you're actually like stationed in. You're right on the river. You got a beautiful look at the bridge. Like it's really a pretty awesome thing to visit. Going all the way to the top of the conning tower was pretty fun too. Like we got to go all the way to the top basically. So we just hung out up there for a while, just chit chatting. This guy's once again just running away from us. Freaking British cowards. We're not just gonna chase him forever. Cowards! Yeah, the Olympia's right across as well. There's a lot in the area. And then when you're done, you could always stop by in Philadelphia. We stopped by, what is it called? I got pictures of it and I did a review on it. I can't think of what it's called. But there was a really good cheesesteak place that we stopped by. And it was booked, man. It was absolutely booked, but it was worth it. We had to wait quite a bit to get in it, but it was totally worth it. Okay. So these guys are fueling up. I want you to join the fleet, please and thank you. And then we will try to engage these guys. And then you guys are headed out. Beautiful. Finances, we are 60%. Research, we are done with this. Beautiful. 3 months out for that. Definitely want to look into special machinery, small guns. Let's just keep that going. What are we getting? Mark II 4-inch guns. That's a big deal. We do use a lot of 4-inch guns. If you say Pats or Genos, no, it wasn't either of those. It was, let me find it real quick. I'll tell you exactly what it is. While we're waiting for the game to upload. Because like I said, I did review the place, and my review got a lot of views. It's Sonny's. Sonny's Famous Steaks. That's where we got our cheesesteak. Pretty awesome. But man, the line was crazy. And the best part is, after I ordered mine, they ended up having to, like, turn people away. Persia and Great Britain signed an alliance, huh? See, I wish I knew how to, like, interact with, like, the smaller countries and stuff. Like, how do I set up an alliance with, like, you know, or trade agreement with some of the smaller countries? Like, I have no idea. I don't think there is any way that I can do that. But the AI can. But Sonny's is good, yeah. It was very good. Got a good old-fashioned cheesesteak wit. All those stuff. And as they say, the cheaper the cheese, the better. So, the full-on cheese whiz. That's why, like, Aaron and Peak, I mentioned that to Aaron and Peak. And Peak, you know, Peak being Peak, he's the bougie guy, right? Like, he goes all the uppity stuff. So when I told him about a cheesesteak and how it's actually done in Philadelphia versus what you order outside of Philadelphia, like, it's not even a comparison. It's not. Like, once you get a real cheesesteak from Philly, you won't eat cheesesteaks outside of Philly anymore. Because you'll realize that it's just a waste. Like, the sweet peppers, oh my god, dude. Sweet peppers are the shit. Like, for real. You guys making me hungry. I'm just thinking about it. Alright, we did finish that, so that's good. Let's go ahead and work on some more armor quality. That'll be a good thing. Actually, instead of armor quality, let's go ahead and get that torpedo propulsion finished real quick. No, see, that's the thing. Peak is the opposite. Peak wants, like, expensive ingredients and shit. That's just the way Peak is. Like, he's actually a good cook, too. I've seen his shit that he fucking makes. The dude knows what he's doing when it comes to cooking. But, like, when I told him about the Philly cheesesteak, like, the cheaper the cheese, the better. Like, you straight up get cheese whiz on the shit. Like, and it's better. You're not going and getting, like, fancy cheese and stuff on your cheesesteak. If you want a true Philly cheesesteak, you got to get it made with the cheap stuff. You got to get the sweet peppers and all the stuff. Like, just trust me. It's worth it. It's amazing. William is eating Chinese food right now. Ugh, I'm hungry, man. I ate today, but I also worked out today, so I'm always hungry. That's my problem. That's why I can't lose any more weight, because I keep eating like a crazy person. Meanwhile, we're casually over $2 billion in our reserves, so that's nice. What up, Bryce? How's it going? Dude, Philly's actually, like, believe it or not, it's only like a 6-hour trip, maybe 7-hour trip to go from my place to Philly. It's really not that bad. Of course, you guys over there across the pond probably like 6 hours. Where you? Yeah, that's not that bad here in the U.S. Trust me. Like that's the difference. Like a lot of people don't realize across the pond. Like unless you live in a massive country where you do drive like long distances, like you don't realize how big the U.S. is, man. Like there are only two countries larger than the U.S. in the world, and that is Russia and Canada. And most of those countries are not usable. Like they're just completely barren wilderness. Whereas U.S. is pretty well usable. I do have videos on Battleship Georgia. It's definitely not my favorite ship at all, but yeah, there's definitely some videos on Georgia on the channel. Looks like the Austro-Hungarians are becoming an ally, even though we don't really want them to. These guys are definitely going to just try to run. They're capable of 30 knots. We're not going to catch them, so I'm just going to auto-resolve this battle. And we got medium damage on them. No damage for us. Okay. We're getting fueled up. I gotta wait till we get completely fueled up before I decide to send these guys north. How we looking over here? Crossing the Pacific currently. Getting low on fuel. Probably should have sent them up to Dutch Harbor first, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Next turn. Yeah, see, I live in Ohio. Ohio's a medium-sized state. We're not the largest state in the world. But to put it into perspective, for those of you across the pond, Ohio, like I said, Ohio's a medium-sized state. Ohio is literally larger in landmass than the like the original Great Britain, like just Great Britain itself. Not including Ireland and Scotland and all that. Just Great Britain itself. Ohio is larger in landmass than Great Britain, and that's just one state that's a medium-sized state that's not even a super large state. Is Ohio a state of mind or a state of fear? There's been a lot of people talking about Ohio. What have I missed? Like, I know Ohio's a screwed up place, but what have I missed? Like, there's been a lot of references to Ohio lately. What have I missed? Something has happened in pop culture recently. Yeah, I don't know exactly in terms of, like, the size of Illinois compared to other countries and stuff. I know Illinois, I think, it's not as wide as Ohio. But it is, like, longer than Ohio. And of course you got Chicago, which is definitely more people in it than some of our cities. I mean, we've got Toledo, we've got Columbus, we got Cincinnati, we got Cleveland. Those are our big ones. Sandusky's another one. We've got some big cities, but obviously Cleveland, Cincinnati, Columbus, those are the three big ones. Toledo. Ohio's a manufacturing state. Do a lot of factories up here, man. 2 months until the torpedo propulsion's done. 4 months for special machinery. 1 month for hull protection. Let's just keep that and get it next month. 72%. Fair enough. Again, I would love to... Look at the size of Canada. This is the thing that people don't realize. Like, just look at the size of Canada. Now, obviously, this is Greenland over here. But, like, Canada goes all the way the fuck up here. And then, of course, we have Alaska. And Alaska has signs over here making fun of Canada. Canada is considered the butthole of Alaska, which is pretty funny. But yeah, we love our neighbors to the north and our neighbors to the south, despite all of the crap that you hear in the news. North America is a pretty peaceful freaking continent in terms of like our relations with one another. A lot of cooperation that goes on between the three countries. And it's one of the things that makes the U.S. border, like, literally impenetrable. Like, there are no countries in the world currently that are, like, capable of really invading the U.S. Like, obviously Russia could invade, like, Alaska if they wanted to. But even then, they're going to struggle because we have bases up here. But, like, other than that, trying to invade the U.S. is fucking difficult because you got to cross 2 fucking oceans. And you're going to be spotted the entire fucking time by satellites. We got the world's most powerful fucking navy. And then when you do get here, like, trying to make landfall, like, what are you going to do? You going to go to the fucking East Coast to any of these naval bases that are along the fucking East Coast? Like, come on. Like, the majority of our naval power is fucking right here. And then if you're coming through the other side, we got Pearl Harbor down here. We've got all of the fucking naval bases over here on the fucking West Coast. So you're going to have to decide whether you want to go through Canada or you go through fucking Mexico. Good luck with that. Like, Mexico's fucking desert. It's going to fuck you up. And then when you do cross the fucking border into the U.S., like, that's going to be fucking fun. That terrain's fucking awful in and of its own self. So trying to invade from the south is going to be a bitch. Trying to invade from the north, same fucking situation. It's all fucking mountains and forest up here. So good luck fucking invading through here too. Like, you're going to have a real bad time trying to invade the U.S. if that's what you want to do as a country. So it's one of the beauties of being where we're at. Like, there's not a whole lot that they can really do. Like, you have to convince either Canada or Mexico to help you with the invasion, and then even then, like, you're gonna fail miserably, most likely. All right, so research, 4 months, 1 month, 2 months, fair enough. Next. Yeah, I know, Japan, Guam, the Philippines, all the things. Yeah, I know, we got bases everywhere. Like, that's the other part. Like, we literally have bases all over the globe. All over the globe. But I just meant from like just, you know, the U.S. itself. I'm not talking about our allies or our provinces or anything like that. I'm just talking about mainland U.S. If you wanted to invade us, what you would have to go through to do it, and it would be damn near impossible. Ask the British. Don't get me wrong, the British actually succeeded in invading, but they also ended up losing. And then the Canadians actually ended up burning our White House. The British burned our White House, but at the end of the day, we don't care. Technically, the White House isn't even on U.S. soil. There's a fun fact for you guys. It's in the District of Columbia. It's not technically United States. Fun fact. Yeah, and then the other thing that you got to do is when you, hello? What the fuck is going on here? Wow, that was weird. Shit was frozen for me. Then the other thing you got to worry about is, do you honestly think, for 1 second, that you could amass your troops on the border of the United States on either side, like whether you're coming in through the north or the south? You're not going to make landfall east or west coast because you're just going to get fucked up. Like, straight up. You're not making landfall there. Okay, so you got to go through either Mexico or Canada to try to get in. Do you honestly think, for 1 second, that the only country who has ever actively used nuclear weapons in a conflict wouldn't nuke the fucking desert of Mexico to keep your ass out? Like, do you honestly think, like, we would turn the border of Texas and Mexico into a nuclear wasteland before we let people get in? in terms of the like military that's trying to invade us. Um, and Canada would be a little bit more difficult in terms because we do have, wind to worry about there. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, radiation would be an issue, obviously, because again, the jet stream is a bitch. It tends to swirl and bring shit from the south into the Gulf of Mexico up into the U.S. So we would have to worry about that. But at the end of the day, like we're the only country dumb enough or crazy enough to actually have used nuclear weapons in anger against anybody. And if you think for a second that the United States wouldn't use nuclear weapons on an army that's amassing at its borders, you're crazy. You're crazy, man. All right, so armor quality. Let's go with control stations. Get those better things. Also, what are we getting up here? Hydraulic steering gear. That's actually big. Help us with our turning ability. Finances, we're at 76%. That's beautiful. Okay, are we fueled up? You ready to go? Not quite. Still waiting. Let's move them to Santa Cruz. Maybe that'll help get them fueled up sooner. How are we looking in Gibraltar? Still low fuel, so let's wait for them to be fueled up. And then we will push our attack. We'll push the attack. Okay. Next turn. It wasn't just that they'd spent so much money on the Manhattan Project, had to prove that it wasn't a waste. It was he was faced with the idea of fighting an enemy that was not going to give up. Like they were going to fight until the very bitter end, including the fact that there were still people fighting months after the war had ended. Like there were still like Japanese fighters that were still trying to fight months after the war had ended. Um, but the idea was to use the nuclear weapons to end the conflict to save more lives overall. But at the time when they did use them, they didn't realize the dangers of radiation and what it would cause in terms of the long term implications. We knew short term, radiation was bad, but we didn't know that long term the effect that it would have on the population, with all of the birth defects and cancers and just the amount of people that died in Japan from that directly related to the nuclear attack was ungodly. And they don't have a good way to properly like tell you a number to this day. So like it's ungodly. There is no reason that any country in the world should ever use nuclear weapons again in any sort of conflict. Like it just shouldn't happen because the implications are just it's not worth it. Like it's terrible. It's a terrible freaking weapon that should have never been invented and has led to a lot of terrible things, a lot of suffering throughout that definitely inhumane. Let's just put it that way. Despite all of the like anger that we had towards Japan at the time, like just it's easy to sit here today and go it was not worth it. Like the retaliatory strikes, and we're not even talking about like just the nuclear bombs alone. Let's not get into the firebombing of Tokyo and all of that stuff. Like hundreds of thousands of people died in Tokyo from the firebombing of Tokyo. Like just it was there was a lot of bad things that happened in World War II. Um, as a result. Like, we won't even talk about all the Russians that were killed. I mean, it's 20 million people in Russia alone. It's like the largest loss of life of any country in World War II was from Russia, and I think it was like 22 million or something like that. It's like, it's crazy. Spartans heard of mutually assured destruction, but have you heard of, nope, can't say that I have. I find it interesting to like read up on history and find out like when we detonated our first nuclear bomb, our scientists were relatively confident that it would actually cause there was some worry that it would cause the atmosphere to light on fire and kill everybody on Earth. And yet they did it anyway. What's that tell you about the government? If we use tactical nukes against people who don't have them, we should be okay. Eh, tactical nukes aren't worth it from a strategic standpoint. Like they're expensive. They're really not worth it. The payoff, like the only way that you would get any sort of payback from a tactical nuke is to hit like a huge like gathering of troops or equipment or something like that. And honestly, it isn't worth using a tactical nuke. Do 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 do. 2 months out from this. 8 months away from a 3,750 ton light cruiser. We did finish this, so that's good. I guess we finished that. That'll be 2 months out. These two will finish at the same time. We're already working on that. And we can start working on turret mechanisms again. Finances wise, 80%. Okay, how are we looking? Fuel. You guys are mostly fueled but still waiting. You guys are 30-40% maximum, so still got a little bit of time. This is the downside of sailing our ships all the way across the Atlantic to get over here. And the same thing's going to be for these guys when they get over here, which they're almost here. So they're low fuel. So once they get here to Manila, they're going to have to sit here and fuel up for several months. Again, I don't understand why the game takes so long to refuel. Like, it should not take months to refuel a fleet of a few ships. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so with all of that, let's keep going. Like, we're speeding through this campaign the last few. Like, we're already almost at the end of 1895, so we've gone through, this will be the third year. Right? So we did 1893, 1894. This is 1895 since we started this stream. No. I understand what you're meaning with tactical nukes. I'm talking about like the smaller nukes, the actual tactical nukes. We do have much larger nukes available. And of course, Russia has the largest nuke of all, the Tsar Bomba, that was capable of, well, its detonation was 50 megatons, and it was actually designed for 100 megaton yield, but it was dialed back. And it was ridiculous. If you've ever read about the Tsar Bomba and the repercussions from the Tsar Bomba felt all over the area, like hundreds of kilometers away, like it's crazy. I really don't want to be allies with Austro-Hungarians, if I'm honest. But again, we don't need to be at war with everybody either. So we have an alliance with the Austro-Hungarians now. Okay. 84%, so we're getting closer. 1 month left for these. So we can finish those next month. We get bracketing salvo. Get better accuracy. Fair enough. Fair enough. Come on, are we at least fueled up? Okay, we're finally fueled up. All right, send the fleet out. We're going to send you guys up here. Send you up to the North Sea. Go. And we will set your... God bless America. To invade. Thank you. And then you guys, are you fueled? Nope, you're just over half. Okay. So another couple of months for these guys. And then we'll send them over here to start picking on the Russians. And potentially British in the Mediterranean. You guys have safely made it to Manila and are refueling. Good to know. Finances, 84%. Research. We've already talked about it. Go. Next month. Tsar Bomba was tested. God, I want to say it was... Where was it? I know it was in Russia. I'm just trying to think of where it was located. I want to say it was on the eastern side of Russia. Russia also used a nuclear weapon to build a lake. That was a terrible idea because, you know, radiation and water and getting it into the groundwater pollution. It's just a stupid idea. There's so many things that the Russians and the Americans did with nukes that you just have to shake your head at. Kazakhstan? Yeah, but I don't think they tested the Tsar Bomba there. I'm fairly confident they tested the Tsar Bomba like in eastern Russia somewhere. Chinese Empire slowly mobilized its forces against us. Economy is growing and the government asks your opinion on where to allocate funds. Increase the GDP. Alright, so we have heavy cruiser Zul and 2 light cruisers, Goku and Texas Red, versus Grafton, Donegal, and Juno. Fair enough. We've got Goku in the fight. Good luck fighting that. Should at least have a fight here. Surely they won't run away from us this time. Enterprise may have been a legendary CV, but it's definitely not a legendary tier CV. It would be like tier 8 maybe, or tier 7. To the west. So we're going this direction. Let's have you guys turn that off. Normal. And follow this guy. Speed up time. God, I forgot how slow our freaking little bathtubs are. You know what? Let's send you guys out ahead. And have you follow them. Got Texas Red and Goku. Yeah, that's what I figured. Tier 7 or tier 8. Since we don't have tier 8 carriers, it would be tier 7. It's definitely not legendary, despite its history. What up, Kevin? How's it going? You basically, Tsar Bomba, even at 50 megatons, is a city killer. Period. Like it'll completely glass a city, and that's not even including like what it'll kill outside of that. But like it is a city eraser. Also, we are definitely outrunning our freaking ships. Who was the first country to split the atom and got everyone else to make and test the bombs? Germany, essentially. Like literally, Germany ended up. Like we hired a bunch of German scientists to work on the Manhattan Project. God, I hate the fact that they run from us every fucking... Like, just fight us, man. This is insane. Like, just fight us. Also, why is the freaking, like, frame rate so bad? It's literally like a 3v3 and we're not even fighting each other. The British are cowards, man. They don't want to fight us at all. And we still lost 49 crew for reasons unknown to mankind. Boy, you turn off the shaders and all of a sudden there's a lot of colors. 88% research. These finished. That's done next month. Got new turret mechanisms coming up. Let's go ahead and work on rangefinders as well. Next turn. I thought it was... Are you sure? I thought I could have swore it was Germans. I know we had a lot of German scientists working on the Manhattan Project. That's why I assumed it was Germany. Dmitry Polze. Okay. Well, these guys are probably going to run, so I'm just going to auto-resolve this battle, and hopefully we just annihilate these guys. How did we take so much damage? And do so little? I hate this game. This game makes no fucking sense. They run from you every chance they get, and then we get screwed over. Scotland signed a special alliance trade agreement with the United States after a long period of good relations. So, yeah, the Scottish like us, even if we're at war with the British. It's probably why they like us. That's hilarious. So the Scottish love us. I really want these guys to actually fight us. Watch, they'll just run from us. Even though they're faster than us, we're only capable of 16 knots because we can only put one freaking funnel on this damn thing. So far, everybody just runs away from us, Cisco. Can't get anybody to actually fight us, and then when we decide, oh, they're going to run away from us, so we're just going to auto-resolve, then the game screws us over and gives them freaking bullshit freaking hits or whatever. It's like this guy's actually going to run away from us again. Like literally every fight that we've been in, they've just run away from us. We need to build speedy boys. Speedy boys will chase them down. Doubt it, Brooklyn. Doubt it. Oh, we're a long ways from radar, guys. We still got to get all the way through all of our rangefinders before we even think about radar. Remember, it's only like 1895. We're 5 years into the campaign at this point. Clearly, this guy's just running, so we're just going to turn away. Little bathtubs. God, this is frustrating, man. Just fight us already. Have I unlocked the mind control lasers? Not yet. So frustrating. Okay, so we've literally just sailed through the English Channel. And we have our guys here at Gibraltar that are fueled up and ready to go. So let's go introduce ourselves to some folks in the Mediterranean, shall we? Take these guys right up into the Black Sea for all I care. We're going to get some people to fight us one way or another. One way or another, you're going to fight us, dang it! Well, the Germans have now got the largest GDP in the world. Oh, I lied. French are actually larger. But we're catching. We're about to take the lead. Y'all know how I do, man. I love to get that GDP rolling, man. Look at our Navy. Like, we've got a $31 billion budget, or like GDP, right? But look at our naval fund, or naval budget. Where's the naval budget? Right here. So our naval budget per year is $2.6 billion. Okay? Out of our $31 billion GDP. Which is larger than everybody else's that I've seen so far. Oh, nope. Germans have a larger naval budget than we do by $300,000. Or $300 million. All right, well, research, how we doing? Rangefinders is coming along. 1 month until we get the new secondary double turrets for capital ships. Okay, fair enough. And then control station, bracketing salvo finishes next month as well. Finances. Next month we get to add on to our... So yeah, there have been some revolutions throughout the world due to fights that they've been in, wars that they've lost or whatever. So like when your country gets upset, like it is possible for your government to change completely. Yeah, Wexel, we did that tour in 2020. So highly recommend you check out that video if you haven't. We did a $1,000 donation to the museum, which allowed us to have a museum curator tour as well as the firing of a 5-inch gun. It was a lot of fun. And now the French are threatening us for war, so we're going to go ahead and go to war with the French. I'll just spend the $56 million. And again, like, it's just 2 freaking torpedo boats. I'm not fighting that because I know what's going to happen. So, auto-resolve. And if we take any damage, I'm going to be pissed. Scotland would like to order 2 Defender 3 class light cruisers. They will pay 25% in advance, and the rest of the amount will be paid upon delivery. Yeah. We'll give them that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll give them a couple of light cruisers. That's kind of cool. I like that. So countries can actually, like, order ships from us. That's new. I like it. Alright, so now we can build our new shipyard. Yeah, we'd like a couple of Defender-class light cruisers. We need them against the British. It's pretty cool, though. Not gonna lie. Okay, we've got 2 things that we can speed up. Definitely thinking engine. Armor would be a good one. Rangefinders. Big guns. Boilers. Let's go armor quality and boilers for now. Okay, so we do have the ability to build bigger battleships, so let's go ahead and go to new design. See what we can build. What up, Callum? Appreciate you dropping in, man. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, we're having a little bit of issues with everybody running away currently, but yeah, it's pretty annoying. Uh-huh. So we can build the Battleship 2 hull now. Beautiful. And we can max it out. It's even better. Standard crew quarters. All right. Funnels. We got Mark II 9-inch and Mark II 10-inch guns. Or we can just go still with the 13-inch guns. Which is what I'm probably going to do. For casemates, I think we're going to go with the 4-inch casemates because we get the Mark II version of them. Ah, crap. See, I always think that it's putting it on the frickin' deck and then it puts it down here. Not ideal. Ship is overweight. Big surprise. Alright, so we need to have that. Standard ratio. Base fuse. Standard. Heavy shells. White powder. Gun cotton. Hydraulic with enhanced reloading. Stereoscopic rangefinders. Let's drop this to 13. 2. 9. 2. 3. 6. 2. And we are currently set at 16.4 knots. God. Also need to increase that. I hate the fact that we are so freaking slow. Definitely got to work on our boiler tech and stuff. I want 2 inches of superstructure armor because that keeps us from losing vital ability to hit the target and fight damage. Don't really need a lot of deck armor currently. Some guns have poor sector of fire. You're lying. Like I don't have any guns that have a poor sector of fire. I think it's about as good as we're gonna get. What do we call it, boys? Yeah, William. So, like, as you go up in tech and through the years, like, you'll be able to build larger and larger battleships with better and better guns. You can go full on, like, meme ships and just put guns everywhere. You could go torps, like, just throw a crap ton of torps across the deck. Like, you can go full on crazy with this game. Like, there's a lot of customization. I really do enjoy it. Highly recommend. I mean, it's not technically a Dreadnought yet, guys. So we don't want to go with, like, Dreadnought. Pantera. Normandy. We'll call it the Pantera class. I like that. Let's go with it. Save the design. We will build 6 of them. If you would like to have one of these named after you, now's the chance. Cisco says he wants one named Normandy. I got you. There you go. Johnny. Tanager. I'll wait till you do a heavy cruiser. All right. Lord Humongous. Capri, you want one? I got you, my guy. The Grimjaw. Puddin says he wants a battle cruiser or a heavy cruiser named after him. We've got one more battleship. Geofun. The Reclaimer. Ooh, I like that. There we go. All right, it's going to take 17 months to build these, and then it'll take a couple of months to commission them. So it'll be a little while before we get them, but they're on the way. Okay, these guys will be Norfolk. These two will be, let's go Charleston. And then these two will be out west. Let's go San Fran. Okay, so now that we got that underway, research, how we looking? Working on rangefinders, boilers tech, and armor quality. So we're fine there. We've got our fleets out here. Okay, we just expanded that. Okay. We're officially in 1896 as well. Yeah, Callum, no big deal, man. Like I said, every time we design new ships, like whether it's battleships, cruisers, light cruisers, battle cruisers, destroyers, all the things. Like anytime we design new ships and we build them, I give people who are in chat a chance to get a ship named after them. And eventually everybody that's in chat has stuff named after them, so then they end up just making up a bunch of different names and we add those in. So Scotland recently took back their independence from Great Britain. So, and they are officially an ally of us. Well, I say an ally. They've signed a trade agreement with us. So Scotland really likes us, and they dislike Great Britain. We're currently at war with Great Britain, and we are selling ships to Scotland apparently. So they have signed an agreement to buy 2 light cruisers from us. It's pretty cool. We have more enemies lurking. Okay, fair enough. Government is able to provide a substantial amount to the Navy's budget. We can just get a whole bunch of stuff. Let's go ahead and reduce some of the unrest and just take a big chunk of money. That's fine. Slava Rosie. Again, we got this huge fight. They're not going to fight us, so we're just going to auto-resolve, and then we better not take any damage from this. Like, we got an entire fleet versus one freaking heavy cruiser. Okay, and it took light damage. I don't understand how the freaking, like, auto-resolve comes to that conclusion. I just don't. Like, it's obnoxious. Keep it up, and I'm actually going to start, like, bombing your freaking ports. Like, I could actually park these guys, like, over here and invade their port. You know what? As a matter of fact... That'll probably piss them off. You know what? Come here. We're going to invade Portsmouth. God dang it. Come on down here to Portsmouth. We're gonna have a naval invasion take place. Everything's still working. Next turn. I figure if I attack one of their largest ports, that ought to piss them off. They don't want to engage us. We'll take the fight to them. I mean, we're technically winning the war against the Great Britain right now. We haven't even started our war with the French yet. And then the Russians were certainly winning that war as well. Even though we haven't actually gotten into any real fights, unfortunately. Alright, so if we go here... I think we have to let them sit here for a little while before we can do the like naval invasion, like a whole turn or something like that. So we'll just leave them sit there for now. And we'll just go ahead and skip forward. I do need to check on my fleet down in the south, see if we can't get into a fight with the Russians. The Germans, I think, are our ally. I could be wrong. Everybody got an ad at the same time. It's kind of funny. You don't get very many ads on live streams while you're watching. The Red Cross, we don't negotiate, sorry. See, these guys are capable of 19 knots. These guys are capable of 28.4. They all have torpedoes, obviously. Let's just go ahead and try to fight it. We'll use our frickin' light cruisers to try to chase down these guys. To the east. Fair enough. Put you guys together. Go due east. Turn that off. Turn that on tight. Speed up. See if we can't run them down. Highly doubtful, but you never know. Like I said, I'm fairly confident these guys are just gonna run. But we gotta try. I just wish we could actually get into a fight, man. This is obnoxious. It is ×5. We actually are getting close. According to the thing. We have been spotted. I would assume that we're about to be fired on. Shots coming from over here. Found him! Get him, boys! Oh, you're about to have a real bad time, sunshine. Focus fire, please. Don't get any closer, for the love of God. Not gonna be taking torpedoes from these turds. Okay, there's a flood. Should be him gone. And he's flooding and gonna be going down pretty quick too. Beautiful! Finally a fight, boys! If you want to call it that. It wasn't really a fight. I like how we lost 136. We never got hit. How did we lose 136 crew? They lost 231 and they lost 3 ships. This makes no sense. Something's wrong here. But we get 1,000 points, they get 0, so that makes sense. I think there's a glitch in the matrix here. See who did the most damage. Looks like we're going to have Santa Claus coming in with the most damage. He definitely put some folks on the naughty list tonight. Hercules coming in second. And Texas Red coming in third. Very nice. Alright, so we had a fight. We won. Definitely a plus. That was the war against the Russians. Scotland would like to order another light cruiser. Fair enough. I'll do that. And we have officially initiated a major offensive from province Western Sahara against the French Union at Mauritania. Can't trade. That's weird. So yeah, our land armies are going to war against the French down here. So that's pretty cool. Two heavy cruisers. There's not much up here for us. Maybe we come try to pick on the French. Yeah, let's come over here. Move these guys back in and maybe pick on the French a little bit. Alright. Politics. Can we initiate a naval invasion? We cannot. Fair enough. Finances, 12%, so we're fine there. 1 month until we get induced draft boilers. That'll be a big help for our efficiency. Love to see that. That is a 1894 tech, so we're a little behind on that tech. Fair enough. All right, well, next turn. It all depends on the Navy doctrine, man. Some nations go heavy on battleships, some of them don't. I prefer battleships, personally. But once they start mining and stuff, like once mines become a thing, it's definitely in your best interest to make sure that you have support ships for mine sweeping and so on. Have a good night, Capri. Appreciate you, my guy. Hope you enjoyed. Britain is accusing our country of war crimes. It's them that's causing the war crimes, not us. But I think we will go ahead and say the victims among civilians are inevitable during war. Here we go. We finally got a battle, boys! Prepare! We've got a good one. We got a Flounder class battleship. It's got torpedoes, so we got to be careful there. Got some heavy cruisers, some light cruisers. Their heavy cruisers also have torpedoes. Light cruisers do not have torpedoes. And then their torpedo boats have torpedoes, obviously. Alright, so of all of the people that want to fight us, it's the French that originally decided to give us a shot. Imagine that. Alright, so enemy spotted to the southwest. Now, these sort of large naval battles tend to be like large naval battles. They tend to happen. So we're just going to go ahead and have you guys follow the battleships, and we'll have our light cruisers form up. And it is to the southwest, so we want to send them over that direction. And we will have the battleships follow the light cruisers. Times 10. Turn that off. Turn that off. Get them into formation. Santa Claus is leading the charge, followed by Big Iron, Ugly Duck, Hercules, Goku, and Texas Red. Then we have the Brave and Thunderchild, and Ram Ranch, Zool, Nordic, and Righteous Indignation. Again, I would expect to fight these guys because, I mean, it is a large fleet battle. Surely we're going to be able to catch, if nothing else, the battleships. To the west now, okay. Fair enough. The fact that we have not yet found them is a little annoying. Especially when you consider how far away from the rest of our fleet we're getting here with our light cruisers. To the northwest. So they're moving left to right. So we're going to try to cut them off at, like, go a little bit further north. See if we can't cut them off. The fact that this is not a fight, like, I really, really want to fight here. Like, this is annoying. This is a large battle. This should be, like, a fight. I don't understand why everybody's running away. Just going to give it a little bit of time here and see if we can't catch up to something. It says they're low fuel. I find that hard to believe. Yeah, I don't think we're catching them. Well, that's unfortunate. Dude, I apologize, guys. I don't know why all of the enemies are running away. Like, this is obnoxious. And their whole fleet's damaged as well. So, like, how did we not get any... And now the British are in the same boat. Are they going to fight us? Probably not. The Yugamo class was a continuation of the preceding Kagero class destroyer and featured slight improvements mainly on AA gunnery. The Imperial Japanese Navy built 19 ships of the class during 1940 to 1944, and all of them were sunk in battles of World War II. Their full displacement was 2,520 tons, and their top speed was 35.5 knots. They were armed with 3 dual 5-inch guns and 2 quadruple torpedo tubes. Additionally, they were fitted with several depth charges and AA guns that were increased in number as World War II progressed. Okay, enemy smoke spotted to the south. Fair enough. You guys follow battleships. You guys form up. You guys go straight ahead. And then you guys follow light cruisers, please. You guys be in a tight formation. And look, we're taking damage from nothing. Like, this is fucking obnoxious, man. We haven't even been in a fight, and yet we've taken damage like this. Like, we've almost lost the fucking Raven. This is stupid. Oh, shit. Shells incoming! We're at least fighting! So there's that. Holy shit! Focus! Focus! Somebody sank. Okay, change target. That guy's not a threat at the moment. Oh god, Raven took some hits. Not ideal. Who are you following? Screw it. Smoke up. Boy, this is definitely not going the way I'd hoped. That was a big hit. Owie. Turn these bad boys back around. What the hell happened to Ryan Szymanski? Dude, this is horseshit, man. It's just random damage bullshit. It's getting on my nerves. These guys haven't even been in a fight, and they've lost, like, so much health. This is the first fight they've actually been in. Okay, you guys are now gonna follow Heavy cruisers. We can get through this without losing anybody despite having all this shit going on. Also, this guy took following the battleship way too seriously. Like, this guy is like going full-on draft mode. Boat before he becomes a problem. I know what the defender's actually doing here. He's gonna try to increase the speed of our battleship. That's what it is. He's just shoving them along. He's like, go ahead, you fat bitch, go. What up, Loops? How's it going? Yeah, I don't think Yair's gonna have to worry about his 6 too much. He's got Defender right there, defending his 6. Turn all guns on that little turd. Oh God, he's coming in for a torp strike! Kill the shark! Kill him! God, our accuracy is terrible. So, this is how torp boats are made, folks. A daddy battleship and a mommy defender get together and, you know, torp boats pop out. But don't worry, Ryan Savansky's here. He's gonna run the train on Defender. He's like, I see you. We're gonna speed this mess up a little bit more. You can't make it up, folks. We got some. I might have to censor this. This is a little too graphic. Defender's like, I don't think I'm down for this. I'm out. Get me the hell out of here. Down goes the shark. And we'll go ahead and end the battle there. We did our job. We lost 346, but we gained 3,000 command points, or victory points versus 600. That'll be a massive victory for us. Most damage dealt in this fight looks like it's going to go to... Yeah, here? Or no, nope, not here. We had Vanguard and Defender both do 6,700 damage. Very nice. Defender thought he was the one giving and ended up getting caught catching. Happens to us all, right? Never know when it's going to happen. What up, Ludolf? How's it going? We don't currently have any ships available currently. But I do appreciate it, you. And this stream's about to end as well, so I do apologize. How goes the offensive down here? We got 42,000 men going after 7,000. I think we should win that. 42,000 versus 7,000. That should be a win for us, right? I think that'll be a win. All right. And on that bombshell, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up this stream here. We're finally getting some fights going. We are going to have to do some repairs, though, obviously. So that'll be our next thing. Actually, not that much in the way of damage here. So it's not these guys, even though it is. See, I don't understand this. Like, it's saying that they're not damaged, and then it's saying they're damaged. Like, I don't understand this. But we need to get these guys to Gibraltar for repairs. How are we doing over here? Where did our fleet go that was over here? Am I missing something? Where'd our other fleet go? Where the... Western Mediterranean. They were up here. Wait, they're already here. Okay. Cancel. So I actually need to send you guys further down. If we send you to do... If we send you here... God dang it. Okay, can't send you there. Okay, how about Santa Cruz? Okay, you can move there. Go to Santa Cruz. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was a little bit of a lesser stream in terms of action today. We had a lot of potential We did beat the British, obviously, at the beginning of the stream. We got a lot of new provinces this one. We have started a war with the British again, and the French, and the Russians, and we will continue this in the very next stream. If you guys aren't aware of my stream schedule, Sundays, I usually stream Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts at night. And then on Wednesdays, I do my stream of World of Warships Legends, usually around 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. So keep that up if you guys are interested in that, which I think most of you are. And yeah, if you guys enjoy what you're doing or what I'm doing, punch that like button for me. It does help a lot. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me, folks.